A very good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends from all over the world. Thank you so very much for joining and listening unto the Life Signatures Radio. It's a podcast that we do daily show focusing on purpose, productivity, and resilience. Right now, I'm in the middle of a series, a very long series that I don't know if it's going to come to an end. It will at some point in time. But we've been talking all along about work. We've covered quite a lot about work, why we work, why we don't work. We've covered things about leading through work. We've looked at the different facets of work, and we look at maybe 5 facets of work that you should be having, and so on and so forth. I mean, we've done the whole 9 years, but we're still going strong. And right now, we are focusing on some reasons why people do not work. Yesterday, we took a look at one major reason, big one, by the way. And today, we're going to look at another one. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
Sometimes I really wonder, why is it that I'm always here every single day doing this podcast? I really do wonder sometimes. If I hadn't clarified that my purpose in life is to inspire hope and enrich lives worldwide, if I hadn't reconciled to the fact that I was called to speak a word in season to those who are weary, if I was not in clarity of the fact that I'd been given a tongue of the skilled to speak a word in season to people, I would have given up on this. And if you juxtapose this with the reason why people work, you will be shocked at why many people who are supposed to be working and actually are drawing a salary are not actually working. Anyway, yesterday we looked at one reason, and that the reason is distraction. Very many polls, Polls, very many surveys are carried out by very many organizations on the topic of engagement, employee engagement. It doesn't matter which continent you're looking at. It doesn't matter which people group you're looking at. That poll is always bad for HR people. That employee engagement is not even 50%. What is employee engagement? It is productivity by employees by the absolute usage of their time allocated for particular tasks at work. Some tasks take a month that they could have taken a day. In fact, hours. Why? Because people are disengaged from work. They seem to be working, but they are not working. And of course, there are very many reasons for that. But we're looking at reasons why some people do not work. Yesterday, we talked about distractions. And we say that you are distracted not because you lack talent, not because you lack competence, not because you lack a job. You have all these things in place, but there's seemingly something probably more important to you, like giving you a dopamine rush, than the work that you're supposed to be doing. Therefore, you get distracted. Your social media pages are a distraction. TV becomes a distraction. That's why they cannot send you to work from home, because you'll be distracted. They cannot be sure that you'll produce from home. You understand what I'm saying? The second thing that I'm going to talk about today, and then we'll call it a day, is indiscipline. People are just indisciplined. Someone comes to work or someone goes to work. They've got no agenda. They don't know what they have to finish today. They don't know what they need to start with. They don't know what is important. They don't know what is urgent. They don't know what is critical. They don't know. They have a job title, they have a job position and so on, but they are just indisciplined because they lack clarity of what has got to be done, when, by who, what is the opportune time for particular things, what is the optimal time to do some other things. They don't know. They don't know because they are indisciplined. Hot on the heels of distractions is indiscipline. This is a heavy subject, and you can see how passionate I am about this. Initially, I believe, even today, I think self-leadership is one of the greatest forms of governance. I don't care who you are. You could be even the president in a democracy, or president or a king. But if you cannot self-lead, especially at work, it's over. I mean, if all of humanity will learn to lead themselves, there will be no need for governments. But we're not talking about governments. We already talked in this series, long series, we already talked about how you rule through your work, that true leadership is actually work. But I'm not going to repeat it. But what would that mean for work? We're talking about indiscipline. It will mean that we do not need to be followed up to work. It will mean that we do not need to be cheating about our work. It will mean that we are absolutely responsible for the excellence, proficiency, effectiveness, and efficiency of our work or in our work. See, indiscipline can be seen in two major formats. First, you are undisciplined if you do not maintain your integrity and your priority in life. Every time you veer off the path, your personal integrity, your work is affected. There is so much to have to deal with when it comes to integrity, when that integrity is not in place. And you'll be doing this while sacrificing your work, by the way, at the end of the day. When Iron Mike Tyson was accused of rape at the height of his career, his work was disrupted. When David slept with Bathsheba and killed Uriah, he was indisciplined. He wasn't supposed to be where he was at that particular moment in time. Tyson had to go to jail. David had to kill someone and lose some things and so on. But it is coming from the root of just lacking discipline. Discipline means feelings don't matter. That's what discipline means. He means feelings don't matter. I don't feel like waking up. I'm going to wake up anyway because I'm disciplined. I don't feel like saying hi. I'm going to say hi because I am disciplined. I don't feel like hugging you. I'm going to hug you because I am disciplined. Lack of discipline makes many people not productive. So what was the issue at hand? It was always going to be the issue of lack of discipline, whichever way you want to spin the story. Every time there is a problem. Every time we lack integrity in our lives, especially with ourselves, our work is hindered and our work is affected, and you can trace it to lack of discipline. And secondly, we are indisciplined, and this indiscipline derails us from working if we are not certain, we have not decided, we have not planned, We don't have clarity on how our day, our week, our year, our month is gonna go out. We haven't set goals, milestones, targets. If we have, we don't have due dates, we don't have deadlines, we don't have a follow-up mechanism, a system that we can be able to use to track. We don't have a matrix. We've already been covering all these things in the previous episodes. If you're not disciplined to determine what outputs you're looking for at the end of the day, I normally tell people, if you want to be motivated today, take a sheet of paper, and at the top of the sheet of paper, write, what must I finish today, and put a question mark, and mention 3 or 5 things, major things that you must finish, and check them off before the day comes to a close. Make sure you've checked them off and put things worth putting down. Don't put some funny things that you can finish in 2 minutes. What must I finish today? And then move even another. Like yesterday we talked about distraction. Remove all distractions and finish those things. That is being disciplined. It's hot on the heels of removing distractions. If you're not disciplined to determine what outputs you're going to look for at the end of the day, your work will be negatively affected. You will be at the mercy of distractions, as already mentioned earlier on. We live in a world that is increasingly very distracted, and only those who choose intentionally, purposely, focus on being disciplined will be the ones that will be working. But I guarantee you, if you lack discipline, it's over. You cannot make it at work. So tomorrow we're going to continue talking about this. So today we've said that another reason as to why people do not really work is because they lack discipline. And this one affects people no matter who they are. Gender, title, rank. It is always going to catch up with you unless you master it. Tomorrow we'll look at another one. Until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.